Now moving into it one by one. Monopoly. As I told you, monopoly means a market structure. Look at the condition here. We saw you're having only one seller and he's called as a price maker. So coming down to it. So when I'm talking about monopoly, the term monopoly is derived from the Greek word monopolien, which signifies a single seller. Okay, right? So it means a condition where you're having only a single seller, and it refers to a market structure in which there is a single producer seller that has a control over the entire market. This is the definition of monopoly. Okay, right? So there is only a single producer. There is only a single producer and he has control. That's the most beautiful thing. See, the word control here means it is like he demands every single condition to be in favor for him. He demands மார்க்கெட்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா சாதகமான சூழ்நிலைகளும் அவர் கண்ட்ரோல்குள்ளார இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு வந்து பார்ப்பார். ஸோ என்னென்ன சாதகமான சூழ்நிலை? The first thing, it is like no substitution of product. There is no substitute. In the sense, there is no other player to give a product. வேற யாருமே அவரை மாதிரி அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் கொடுக்க வந்து முடியாது. அப்படியே முடியும்னு நினைச்சாலும் அவர் விட மாட்டார். He will not allow them to exist. We all know the story of Microsoft. Who built it? Microsoft organization?
Bill Gates.
Bill
Gates.
Of course, Bill Gates. So this guy, we know him as a positive person. Of course, every coin has two sides. One, it is say like the best side. Another one, it is say like the negative side. Just similarly, Microsoft and Bill Gates is known around the world for all the beautiful strategic competitive moves he has done in his life. Beautiful competitive moves, strategic moves he has done in his life. He is a very good businessman. He's the world's richest guy. He does a lot of CSR activities. He's called as the best philanthropist, and he goes along with what to say like a standardized business policies. So everybody likes him. He's not like a person who takes up very easy steps and fails in business. Not at all. He takes all standardized strategic steps, and this is the goodness about him. But there is one negative thing about him. See, Microsoft has existed and it has been in number one position for a long time in the software business just because of its Microsoft tools, Office tools, MS Office tools. There's no other software tools to this very day which has overcome this particular software tool. To this very day, when I buy a laptop, what immediately I do? I go in for the complementary stuff of creating the software of MS Office. Am I correct? இல்ல இந்த நாள் வரைக்கும் வேற ஏதாவது டூல்ஸ் நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்களாப்பா? You buy a laptop. Are you people using?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are using any other software? MS Office software தவிர வேற ஏதாவது வந்து காமன் ஃபங்க்ஷனாலிட்டி யூஸ் பண்றீங்களா மக்களே?
No,
ma'am.
இப்ப நான் வந்து இப்போ ஒரு டாக்குமெண்ட் வந்து நான் டைப் பண்றேன். வேர்ட் டாக்குமெண்ட் யூஸ் ஆகுது. I want to present something. I am using MS Office PowerPoint. And maybe like I am just trying to work along with certain numerics, certain logical part. I'm using MS Office Excel. I want to communicate officially with my people. Maybe like I'm using the internet facilities, but even then, for having a picturesque view, I'm using MS Office Outlook. Aren't I using, or aren't you people using? We use it. To this very day, there is no substitute available for it. Is there any substitute? Is there any substitute, people?
Ma'am, WPS Office.
இருக்கு. இப்ப நீங்க அதை யூஸ் பண்றீங்க. யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு எனக்கு டாக்குமெண்ட் அனுப்ப சொல்றேன். அதுலயேவா அனுப்புவீங்க?
நான் அதுலயே தான் மேம் அனுப்புறேன்.
நீ அதுலயே தான் அனுப்புறீங்களாப்பா? நீங்க மொபைல்ல வந்து மேபி அதை யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். பட் ஆனா என்னோட சிஸ்டம்ல அந்த டாக்குமெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து ஓபன் பண்றதுக்கு நான் அந்த சாஃப்ட்வேர் வச்சு இல்ல. எனக்கு வந்து MS ஆஃபீஸ் தான் வேணும்னு அடம் பிடிக்கிறேன். நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? சரி சிம்பிளாவே முடிச்சிடலாம். WPS ஆஃபீஸ் சாஃப்ட்வேர் வந்து நம்ம எல்லாருமே யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். மேபி லைக் இன் our mobiles we very commonly use, and maybe sometimes we also use it in our systems. But I'm talking about the most common, ரொம்ப காமனா இருக்கக்கூடிய இந்த சிஸ்டம் பத்தி தான் பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன். There is an equivalent substitute to be available. அப்படியே இருந்துச்சுனாலும் Microsoft to this very day they have cut it down. They want to be the monopoly player in the market. This is a very very radical truth, harsh truth, which you people or we people don't recognize at all. Everybody has a negative end when it comes to business. So anything is fair in love and war. Business is a war. I want to be a number one player. I'm already given with that particular thing. MS Office. I'm having all the softwares in this world, which is really functioning very well. If somebody is going to come up with something new, I'm not going to allow them to restrain in my business. I don't want my market share to be cut. I don't want my customers to be lost. I don't want to lose the number one position. This is how Microsoft is standing in number one position and is able to earn riches after riches out of this business. இப்ப புரியுதா எப்படி வந்து மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட் நம்பர் ஒன் பொசிஷன்ல இருக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு? This is it. They have not allowed any of the substitutes to withstand in the business. அப்படியே வந்தாலும் என்ன பண்ணிடுவாங்க? விலை கொடுத்து வாங்கிடுவாங்க. They will buy the particular software. The only organization which has withstood Microsoft was Sun Microtech. You just make a verification of it. நான் சொல்றதெல்லாம் உண்மையான்னு சொல்லிட்டு you just make a verification in your internet or any other authentic sources. Okay, right? So there is no substitutes to be made available. Monopoly. The next one is like barriers to entry. The barriers to entry is very hard. As I told you, I'm number one. I don't like to lose the number one position. So what I do, I don't allow anyone to enter into my கேமிங் ஜோன். என்னோட விளையாட்டு ஜோனுக்குள்ளார நான் பிசினஸ் பண்ற இடத்துக்குள்ளார யாரையும் அலோவ் பண்றது கிடையாது. I don't allow any competitors to enter into my market zone. And restriction on information, that's a very very crucial thing. All the informations are put under complete tight control. Information security. So this is about the monopolistic competition. Okay, right? So as I told you, it is like you are having a very high barrier for entry. So when they are creating a barrier for entry itself, you don't have any substitutes and you don't have anybody else to play along with you. So how was that they create a barrier to entry? Very simple. They work along with the legal restrictions. How? By creating patent rights, by creating loyalties and resources ownership. They don't give you all the necessary resources that could help you to create and substitute product. And efficiency in production, very 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 high standard efficiency in production. And the next one is economies of scale. I set a standardization for myself. This is how they create a barrier for entry and exit. So moving down to the next one, you have oligopoly. Any questions now, people? You have any questions now in monopoly? If there is no question, we can move further. Is there any questions, people?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So
Ma'am,
shall
can
we move ahead? Yeah, somebody is coming up with a question. Can I know what the question is? People? Is there anyone with a question? Yes?
Ma'am, can you share the assignment answers, ma'am?
You want the assignment answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Cross
Okay.
verify, ma'am, whether we done it wrong.
Now one minute. Okay then, if that's the condition, I'll stop the class now. It's already 5 minutes ahead. So I'll stop here. Maybe like my voice is echoing. Can somebody infant Benny Prince mute for a while?
Ma'am,
Can you mute for a while? Okay, right. Thank you. So, one thing, I'll stop here. Maybe like Monday, I'll finish off with the market. And with this, it is like I'll cut it short. Maybe like after your CA, I'll take one or two more classes to finish up with the third unit. Third unit is really very short. It consists of only market and pricing. So market, it is like I have covered most of the stuffs, and maybe like this, these are the remaining Monday. Monday I will finish off. Okay, right. So, and what else? It is like so you want me to, okay, you want me to share the answers, right? I have told you like um, I'll give you on Monday, because I have not done with, because yesterday night fully I was just working, and 3 units material, it is like I have compiled it to about 80%. Remaining 20% is there. Today night I will finish it off, and also not today night, it is like today I will finish it off, and also the remaining part of assignments I'll be sending you. And now coming to it, Benny, answering to your question, it is like
Ma'am.
as I promised earlier, I'll give the questions on the answers for the assignment questions on Monday. Is it okay? Because this is a tight schedule that I'm working along with.